upon which a determination ought to be made in order to pave way for the review application. So as matters stand, this upon which proposed respondents a determination ought to be made in order to pave way for the review application. So as matters stand,
Well, for more on this, let's speak to
a determination ought to be made in order to pave way for the review application.
For your time as we come live to you, we still have our more let's speak to over Durban as we continue focusing on the tragedy that's playing itself out there due to the floods in the province of KwaZulu-Natal. But with you, is the SIU pleased with the decision of the tragedy that's playing itself out there due to the floods in the province of KwaZulu-Natal?
Welcoming the decision of the special time committee. For us, it is one of the things that we needed to do, because we cannot just pretend we are really welcoming why decision we are where we are now. When we did our investigations and we were following up on the transaction that was money that was given to welcome why decision we are where we come. When we did found that he then was following up the money to other people, and money was given to welcome people why this 5 companies come last day. We did found that he then was following up the money to other people. But what is interesting with this company then this 5 companies come last day. We did found that he was all out trading keys to other by the interesting with this and then the other one was Sarela, a guy called Sokela, who also co-owns another company with the Dani called Tuso Ukudle. And then the other one is owned by Dr. Mame Kzn, who is the wife of former minister. The company is called Kzn Floods. And then Stokozile Mkhize herself is a daughter-in-law of the former minister. Therefore, all of those are the people that received money from this company that is owned, what we call Mateta Projects, which is already put on the one of the respondents. Therefore, it was important for us to put all of these people together and this company so that when we do the main application and we set aside the contract, we will be able to go to all of these companies, which are now about 37, if not 38, and recover all the money that they have benefited from.
Some people would have expected some of the individuals you've mentioned to have also been listed here besides Ms. Stokozile Mkhize. Why was she the only one singled out and not the other names, for example, that you've mentioned?
The other names were already cited. You will remember that the application is already done. Therefore, in the main application, we had Digital Vibes and 33 others. And Dani and the other, all the Tetwa and all the other names that I've mentioned are already cited in there. We are adding this 5 on top of that 33 to make it 38. Therefore, they're already cited in the papers.
Okay, so the names of the likes of Kredani Mahlangu, of Mrs. Mkhize, the wife of the former Minister of Health, and the rest were already there in the original list. Now you're just adding. So if you are adding, you are chasing that 150 million rand Digital Vibes that's been gone through all these various companies and stuff like that. So far, Ntate Kganyago, how much have you been able to recover?
No, at the moment, we have not recovered anything because the contract has not as yet been set aside. What we have done, we have freezed the amount that was in some of these companies so that when time for recovery comes, we will find money. You will remember I was talking to you to say we have freezed the money in the Digital Vibes account and some of the other people. Therefore, at the moment, we are still at an early stage. We are now, this judgment today opens the way for us to then go to the main case. And when we go to the main case, we will want to set aside the whole contract, which is the value of 150 million. But now, because we've done the investigation, we know how much is where, so that when we then recover, we then go to a company called All Out Trading and say, you have got R1 million that was given to you, bring it back. Because this helps us, and we'll do it in all the 38 respondents that we have.
That's still to come. By the way, just remind our viewers, how much have you managed to freeze?
At the moment, I think I don't have the figures now, but we freezed the money that was in the account of Digital Vibes. I don't have the amount exactly now. I don't want to give false information. Okay. But that is the money that we have freezed so far. But that doesn't stop us, because at the end of it all, even if we have not freezed, we will still come for the money once the contract is set aside. And if you cannot pay for that money back, we will then get your properties and sell them to recover that money.
Okay, now you've added these 5 respondents on top of the original 33. You've clarified that you've got all the people now and the companies. You're going to go after them now one by one. What will be the next steps? Just to be simple, just for clarity for our viewers as we conclude, what should we expect next from the SIU to do in relation to the Digital Vibes matter? And I'm also asking this against the context that just the other day, Parliament cleared the former Minister of Health, saying that he didn't personally benefit from this.
Yes, the next steps that we are going to be doing now is, 1, we are going to then change our papers to include these names now that they have been joined, and then we'll give them an opportunity to respond to our papers. Once that has been done, we will then take the matter to be heard. A date will be set for the matter to be heard on the review. And obviously, we are looking at this. We are taking the legal route. I hear about the thing that you've just said about Parliament. Obviously, those are the processes that they are doing. Ours is based on the law, and we are going through this in a legal way, and we'll follow it through and make sure that this contract is set aside. And from there, we'll start the process of recovering whatever was used unfairly or given to people in a manner that is not in line with the Constitution and the laws of this country.
Thank you very much, Ntate Kganyaga, for clarifying the work of the SIU. We'll keep track of that. Of course, that next big step is going to be happening. Currently, no money has yet been recovered. They are not there yet. They've managed to freeze some millions of rands. You can't remember exactly how much at this stage in the Digital Vibes account. Remember, they got 150 million rand from the Department of Health for a communications contract. But now they've added more names, so they're going to be going after a number of people. There's going to be a review application, after which they're going to now attempt to recover all the monies. We'll keep tabs on that story. Just like we're keeping tabs of what's happening in KwaZulu-Natal today, President Matamela Ramaphosa on the ground, about to visit in Nduzuma. Spamandla Goke, our senior reporter, is there. We hope to go there live as soon as that visit begins. But also we've heard Dasen Tate was our eye in the sky. He's just landed now. We saw some black clouds gathering and drops of rain on that helicopter as he was crossing to us a little bit earlier. Of course, they have to watch out for the weather. I mean, really, can you believe more rain in eThekwini? My goodness, what a time to be living through. And the MEC for Health, Noma Kukusimelane, telling Spamandla Goke a short while ago that last night there were 253 bodies that were in mortuaries in eThekwini related to this disaster. It is a real tragedy, but we're still waiting, of course, for the official confirmation of exactly how many people have lost their lives, how many people may still be missing, and how much damage has been done by these floods. And we'll bring you more, of course, on the relief efforts here on today as a result of these devastating floods in KwaZulu-Natal shortly.
That was pure luck, Dad.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
I'll do it again.
Experience helps you get things right the first time. And at Auto & General, we're backed by more than 3 decades of experience.
That's what experience looks like. But you've got your license? Give it a go. That's why I'm insured with Auto & General.
With Auto & General, you have years of experience and vehicle insurance expertise on your side. We also offer a number of value-added products that you can add to your insurance policy. For example, cover for scratches and dents, protection for your tires and rims, as well as mechanical breakdown and electrical failure. These will help take care of you and your family when the unforeseen happens. For comprehensive insurance that covers your vehicle in case of an accident, SMS quote to 40360 and get Auto and General vehicle insurance today. Auto and General, what experience looks like.
The Mahindra XUV 300, rated the safest car in Africa by the Global NCAP. Safest for you, safest for your family. Book a test drive today.
Hello again. There are growing concerns about escalating tensions and violence in relation to foreign migrants in the country. Wits professor Eddie Muluka says he believes South Africa is likely to see increased anti-foreigner and other populist sentiments in the coming years as it teeters on the edge of becoming a failed state. Let's discuss this now with the Prof. Prof, good afternoon and thank you very much for your time. I mean, we are hearing now from people like yourselves, but also others to say, guys, there are signs, clear signs that we might be becoming a failing state, and some of them are seated at the local government levels. But you are picking up as well on the sentiment that is growing due to a number of factors. Why do you believe we are likely to see an escalation in anti-foreigner sentiment in the country and a rise in populist statements as well?
Well, I think it's not something that I'm inventing. It's already happening. We don't just have sentiments that are directed at foreign nationals, blaming them for the problems in our country, but we also have other similar, and you could say, statements addressed at other South Africans based on ethnicity, others on race. So when a country is in a crisis that we are in and we don't seem to find a way out, the tendency is for people to look at the other, the neighbor, the friend. So even if foreign nationals were not here, we will certainly be, the level of tensions will still be more or less as concerning as they are today. It's because we are in a country in a crisis and we are moving in circles, we don't seem to find a way out. And I think the only way, the way out is bravery in leadership to take the country out of this current crisis, not blaming each other, pointing fingers, and blaming people for unemployment, for crime, and people who came here and others. We could be blaming any other body. It's not for the first time that we have this kind of violence in our own country.
If you had to tabulate for us what the key factors